Hello everyone, my name is Awais. In today's video, we are going to be making a program which is going to output Hello World onto our terminal. So let's get into it. I'm also going to be explaining some things here. So the very first line of code is to make or ask our giving command to our console to include or load a header file. So the way we do this is to write hash include. Hash symbolizes a command, and include is asking it to include something. And to include, we need to write smaller than greater than symbols, which are in which we are going to write IO stream. IO stream basically means input output stream. Input output stream. Stream in basic English means flow of water. But in C++ or coding language, we would say that specifically C++, it means the flow of data. So input, output, flow of data, flow of data. So hash include IOStream is the very first line that you would be writing in most of your coding, like in C when you are writing code in C++. So hash include IOStream. The next line of code is going to be using namespace std. I just don't want you to be overwhelmed with the information right now. So just keep this in mind. This is going to be the standard two lines whenever you are writing C++ code. So using namespace standard, and there would be a lot of things that you won't understand at the very first if you are a beginner. But just keep in mind that you need to write these two lines before every program mostly. So using namespace standard. After which we are going to make a body of program in which we are going to be writing any line of code that is going to be executed by the program. So to make a body of program, we need to write in main and then parentheses, which are round bracket. After which we need to write or put curly brackets. So this has made the body of our code, but we also need to write return zero. So return zero, um, this is the basic, basic, basic. I've just emphasized it, I think enough. This is the basic program or the writing environment in which you are going to write the code. So let's output hello world in this. So C out, and after which C you need to put two smaller than signs. These are known as exertions. Let me just make it bigger for you so you could see it more perfectly or more easily. Um, so smaller than basically means exertion signs. So I would just also put it under the code as well. So it's called exertion signs. Exertion, I believe I'm writing it right? So exertion are called exertion signs. So see out exertion symbol or sign, after which you are if you want to write something onto the console. C out basically means console out. If I haven't talked about this earlier, but C out exertion sign. After which, if you want to output something just as it is onto the screen, you would need to put that in the quotation marks. So if I want to put something out on the console or the terminal, as it is, for example, a sentence, since we don't want any distortion in our sentence, we would write it as hello world in the quotation mark, after which we would go out of the quotation marks and put semicolon to mark it as the end of our line. Okay, I hope this makes it understandable. So let's try to run the program. I hope it works on the very first try. Look, it has said compiled successfully and given us the output of hello world. So this is the very basic program that any programmer might write. Hello world in any language. So this is the hello world in programming language of C++. Now, since we have loaded a header file which can also take input from the user, let's take an input from the user, for which I am going to make a variable. Now, variable is something that can vary, uh, w- which as the name symbolizes that it can vary. But you need to understand the syntax first. So the very first thing that comes is the data type. There are a lot of data types in C++. Just hold on. I'm going to be covering these in coming videos, so hold on for those coming videos. So the very first thing is the data type, then the name comes, okay? Then the initialization. For example, if I give this a value or some name, so initialization. I hope I'm writing this um, correctly, but let's hope it works. So, data type, for example, if we want to take a number from the user, it is an integer data type. So, we would write integer or short form. We don't want to write the integer full completely, but we just want to write int, that is a data type int. Then we are going to give this a name, for example, just a. And we would give is this thing a semicolon. So this is the data type that we have made, out of which we are going to take an input from the user. To make an input, um, or to get an input from the user, we need to write cin, which is console in, short form for console input. But as compared to console output, we need to put insertion sign. Now, insertion signs are greater than signs as compared to um, exertion sign. So I'm also going to put a comment down as well. So a call insertion insertion sign. So C in. Now we need to put the variable name in front of the insertion sign. So we would just put a and put a semicolon. So this is the C in part. But since we want to output the result of what the user have written, so I'm going to put C out again and exertion sign, since we are outputting it onto the console, after which I'm going to write a sentence which I want to be put out on the console as it is. So now we would need quotation marks, and I would say uh, the value of a is equal to and space. So after which you need to understand one more thing, that if you want to output more than one thing, that you need to put exertion signs again. This is known as concatenation, which means come after the other. So if you have written a line which is like a string, but you want to output the value of a data type, or sorry, not a data type but a variable. So you need to put these exertion signs again, which will concatenate the results. So Now you need to put the data variable name, which is a, and now semicolon again. Just don't forget the semicolon. Now let's try to run this program. As expected, it would ask me an input. Since I have, okay, 15. So the value of a is equal to 15. For example, if you don't write anything beforehand or before the C in, you would be just given a blank space that if you only if you have written the code, you would understand that you need to put some value there. But if you have given this program or just if you have asked your friend to give an input, he would not know that it is even asking for an input. So C out again. Before getting the C in, we need to console out or console out a line which is going to ask the user to input a value. So again, since we are asking something or we are writing some line which we don't want to be considered as the line of code, we would put in the quotation marks. This would ask the user to enter the value and colon space. And after the ending of quotation marks, you would put a semicolon at the end as well. So now let's try to run this program. Okay, now here this looks very uh, good. Enter the value. Now I would put 15. When I enter this, the value of a is equal to 15 since we have console out the sentence and the variable as well. So this is the basic program. I hope you understand some things which I've tried to teach you. I hope to see you in the next one. There are a lot of videos coming soon, hopefully. Till then, take care. Bye bye.